What's up? How you doing? Here we are, the 4th of January, 2023. Time rolling on. So, raining all day today, but not cold, mild, but wet. So today we're going to try a whiskey that we got for Christmas, and it's a Macallan 12-year-old. You can see that. So Macallan 12 double cask. It's a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. So we're going to see how this this product tastes. We're going to have a little bit. So just to say, do not drink and drive. Drink in moderation. Do not abuse it. It'll wipe you out if you do. Just a little bit. So let's see how this one is. Have it poured in my special glass here. First, we're gonna smell it. The guy on his name is Richard Peterson or Patterson. Sorry, Richard Patterson, and he does. Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you, or something like that. And he switches around, but this smells very good. Smells like high quality. It's from Scotland, imported from Scotland. So okay, this whiskey here is very good. Very smooth, good flavor. I'm going to say that this is the best whiskey I've had, and I don't have much experience with whiskey. I've only had a few, different kind of brands. But from the ones I've had, this one right here is the best one. Yeah, got a nice rich flavor. So they age it for 12 years in sherry casks, and then it says European and American casks after that. Product of Scotland, and it says here on the back, please enjoy responsibly. And you take that advice, because if you don't, you're going to screw your life up. But I'm very pleased with the flavor of this Macallan. And they have other ones you can go to 15, 25 years. The higher up you go, it becomes exponentially more expensive. This one here, we got for about 75 bucks. $75. So not crazy expensive, decent price. It's not $18, but not that bad. Yeah, good flavor. So the guy Richard Patterson, he says, take it, smell it. He says to grab from here. Never grab it like this, or he'll kill you. Come after you, find you, I'll hunt you down like a dog, kill you. Because I guess you warm it up. So grab it from down here, and then take a little drinky poo, and enjoy it. So he says to move it around on your tongue, back, side, front, maybe underneath a little bit, and then swallow it. And then you'll enjoy the flavor even more. Breathe out, breathe in like Miyagi. So I like watching him. He's a guy who has a lot of experience. Highly recommend him. But he doesn't drink Macallan. He may drink it on his time off, but when he's reviewing, he reviews Delmar, I've never had that, but he makes it sound like it's really flavorful, good quality stuff, and I'm pretty sure it is based on the way he describes it. Cut my finger today a little bit, got a little tape there. It's not a reminder for anything, I just cut it. Got a new knife, and it's razor sharp, and it's not forgiving at all. If you slightly pass over your finger, it will not rub off and just bounce off. It'll cut you, and I hate that. I hate that sensation. It annoys me. You know, when you feel a blade sinking into your skin, very annoying. So put the tape on because it was bleeding, and I don't want to have droplets all over the floor. They trace that stuff back to me in my house. They realize it had to be me, even when it's not. And I want to say something about whiskey. They found that in moderation, small amount, you know, a shot and a half, something like that, it's actually good for your health. It contains, and I don't know the name of the substance, but there's something in whiskey that's beneficial health-wise. Now, a shot and a half is a little bit in here. Okay. They don't mean drink the bottle and then you'll be even more benefited, or you'll benefit even more from the whiskey. That's not how it works. A little bit helps, too much destroys. So but that's the way it is in life for everything, right? So that's it for that. Macallan 12. We're gonna cook soon. Got some steaks. Today we're gonna have New York strip prime, not choice, prime. I put them inside last night to marinate. And so for, what time is it? Okay, so for 22 hours they've been marinating inside in the fridge. And in a little bit I'm gonna take them, I'm gonna grill them. Make some baked potatoes today. And what else? I may cook some onions. Big fan of onions. Anything else I got there? Steaks. Oh, we got garlic bread. Onions, garlic bread, steak. That's good enough, right? We'll see. Anything else, I'll flip it in. Oh, and garlic, I'm gonna slice up garlic nice and thin. Cook the onions with it. They say the wind is supposed to pick up tonight, but I don't see any evidence for that. Zero evidence, although I see a little bush there moving around. And right now we have a little bit of a drizzle. Not like about an hour ago it was coming down hard, just like pouring on you. Right now it's a little bit of a drizzle. So doing the steaks, and then later on, I don't know if I want to videotape it or not, but later on I'm going to cut up chicken, marinate that. And then tomorrow I'm gonna put the chicken on skewers and make some souvlaki. Because I got a lot of chicken inside. Got a lot of chickens. Apparently there's an S when you say chicken in the plural. I don't know, I mean, if I say 50 chicken, sounds good to me, but it's not right. You need the S at the end for that. It's not like the moose, 50 moose. You don't say 50 meese, right? And I wonder, ox. They couldn't say oxes. They had to say oxen. Oxen. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why oxen is the plural of ox. Since when? And nobody says boxen. I don't know why they say oxen. They should say, oh, there's like 10 oxes over there. So, I don't know. And that kind of beverage, you take small sips. That way you enjoy it. I see people, they pour a shot and then they, boom, it's down. What's the point of that? What are you trying to do? You know, you're trying to destroy your belly. Drink a little bit, enjoy it. Let people put a shot in, boom, 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 boom. They got like 7 shots in their system and then they can't find where the bathroom is. But yeah, you have a little bit, enjoy it, and you know, it's not like this is not Bonanza, where you go into a bar and they pour you the whiskey and you throw it back and you say, leave the bottle. Remember that show, Bonanza? I'm a big fan of Bonanza. I love all those shows. Bonanza, The Big Valley was another one. Yeah, the Cartwrights, the Barclays. There was always a debate which family had more money. They were both wealthy. Cartwrights though had a lot of land. Huge. Ponderosa. You see it at the beginning on that map where the fire comes in. That is a big, big, big property. Very big. But the Barclays were well invested. They had a lot of land also. I think their house was better. Barbara Stanwyck, big fan. I love Barbara Stanwyck. You had one guy, one son was a lawyer, the other guy was like a rancher, and then the half-son, or the one from an affair, which was Heath Barkley, and that was Lee Majors. He came in, strolling in, and then you had the daughter, who was played by Linda Evans. I like that show. I like the theme. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I remember being a kid and Sundays kind of quiet. You'd be in your room with the TV on, the black and white television set, and you'd watch these old shows. And I remember for a period of time, Bonanza would play when I would get home from school. Bonanza would be on at like 3 o'clock, and I'd watch it a long time ago. But I was always a fan of Bonanza. That show was on for like 14 seasons. Liked the Cartwrights a lot. Always had an adventure. The grown men still living at home with the father. All of them. I understand if there was a financial situation, I get that, but these guys were all well off. They couldn't find an apartment a little further down, or since the property was thousands of acres, right? I think it was about, a couple thousand acres. Couldn't Ben Cartwright tell them, want to give you an area down there, 15 acres, go build a house there. You got plenty of Ponderosa wood. That's what they were known for, Ponderosa. Build a house there. I'll give one to Adam, property. I'll give one to Haas, and then I'll give another property to Little Joe, and go and live there. No, they had to live with the father in the same house. I don't know, kind of strange. But, and they always wore the same clothes. On Bonanza, they always had the same outfits on. And I guess it was done so that if they had to use stock footage, they could put it into any episode and it never looked weird because the clothes were always matching. But, yeah, they should have had their own homes. Very good. If you get a chance, too much glare. Try it, and if you get a better chance, try the 15. And then if you're somewhere at a restaurant and they have the 25, try the 25. Very smooth. Or, as my father would say, smooth. Everything to him was smooth. He would use like sandpaper to sand down a rough surface, and he would say to me, feel how smooth that is. So, and I said the story before, but one time he was looking for a station wagon, a used one. He wanted it to put lumber in there and things like that. And so he saw an ad somewhere, and we went out to the place where they were advertising this nice station wagon. It was old, but it was kind of like refurbished. And so we get there, and mint condition. It was like an early 70s model, and everything was redone. The inside, the outside. The guy pops open the hood. He was a young guy, and the inside of the engine was all chrome. Nice, brand new, just rebuilt. And the guy says, "Oh, let me start up for you." Says to my father, "I'll start up for you. I want you to hear how it sounds." Starts it up, and to me it sounded awesome. It had that sports car sound, American sports car, that really muscled up sound. So the guy comes out from the car after he starts, and he says to my father, "Smooth, huh?" And my father was, "Yeah, smooth." So we get in the car, my father's station wagon, and we leave, and my father goes, "You believe that guy? Car needed a muffler," and he was saying how smooth the car was. And I said to my father, that car's supposed to sound like that. That's intentional. And he goes, "No, needed a muffler." I go, "No, it didn't need a muffler. That's the way it's supposed to sound. He souped it up. It's a muscle car now." And I go, "That's not what you want to buy for loading lumber in there, right?" So anyway, he didn't buy that. He ended up buying a gray Ford station wagon that was made for throwing lumber in there. It was old. It was not refurbished. 400 engine and very loose steering. Remember the old days? You can do this, and the tires, I had no idea what was going on yet. You had to do one of these. That's the way my father would drive, like that. My father would drive, and he would always, correct like that. And I said to him one time, we're on the highway, it was straight. I said to my father when I was, it was a long time ago, I said to him, "Why do you keep, going like this with the steering wheel? Why don't you just drive like this?" And he says, "Well, as I'm driving, I notice the car going a little this way, so I correct, and then it's going a little that way, and I correct, and that's why you see me doing this." And then I was watching shows back then, like The Fall Guy, anything that involved driving. And everybody who drove a car back then on television drove like this or like this. I don't drive like that. I don't get in the car and do this constantly. I go like this, what is it, 10 and 2? Or just 10, or up here, or sometimes I'm down here, 8 and 4, which I find, just as comfortable, if not more comfortable, than up here. But I don't do this constantly when I'm going straight. I never do that. But my father was always, because, that's the reason. The handling was not good. The handling was loose. So you always drove like this. Anyway, now they've done a lot of, they've made a lot of improvements on handling on vehicles. It's a lot more difficult now to overcorrect than it was back in the 70s. So anyway, that's it for now. I highly recommend this. Only drink in moderation. Don't drink and drive. Obvious stuff. Just a little bit. Enjoy it. Too much makes you feel like vomiting. You're going to the bathroom. You don't want to get to that point. A little bit. So anyway, and now I smell somebody's cooking. One of the neighbors around this area is cooking. And you know what it smells like? I want to say Korean food with a sweetness to it. It smells very good, very good. I sit out here and enjoy. I can feel full just smelling that. So right now I'm going to go grab the steaks and start the preparation of the cooking process. And I may be back. You never know. All right, I'm back again, and I got the steaks. I don't know if you can see that. Got 4 New York strip prime cuts. Put them on the grill. Cook them 5 minutes each side, maybe a little more. We tend to like them medium rare, and you know, basic material on top. Salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic. I may add some oregano, I don't know, we'll see. So I'm gonna pop up the fire, and we begin the process of cooking.